I'm afraid to quit smoking. Are you one of those people that fear gets in your way of quitting smoking? Then you want to stay to the end of this video. I'm going to give you 6 tips and tricks and hacks to get past the fear and quit smoking for the rest of your life. In this video, in the description, I'm going to put a link to my calendar where you can book yourself into a free 50-minute phone consultation with me to get you on track to quit smoking for the rest of your life. Take advantage of it. I'm happy to answer any questions and set you on the right course. I've helped over 9,000 people quit smoking for life in my program. Take advantage of that and click on the link. Also, please subscribe to this channel. It helps me make more great content with more tips, tricks, and hacks to quit for the rest of your life, okay? And make sure you hit the notification button. It simply tells you when I post new content. I post 2 new videos every week. Let's hop right into this content in 16 seconds, right after this.
So the big question is, how do smokers like us beat the odds and quit for life? How do we quit with no craving, no withdrawal, and never ever have a single drag, draw, or puff of a cigarette again? That is the question, and this channel is designed to give you the answers. My name is Ted Bradley. Welcome to the secret to quitting smoking for life.
I'm afraid to quit smoking. Are you one of those people that fear gets in your way of quitting smoking? Again, stay to the end. We'll give you some tips, tricks, and hacks, 6 of them, to get you past that fear. So let's hop right in. Let's get right into the fears, okay? These 7 fears, okay, I didn't just make these up. Okay, we do a survey with people who use my program to quit smoking. And over the last couple decades, we've helped over 9,000 people quit for life. This is taken from those surveys of the fears, the things that were getting in their way when they went to quit smoking before they did my program, okay? So let's go through these. Number 1 is fear of failure. This is very universal. We're all afraid of failing at quitting smoking, okay? We know from neuroscience why. Here's how it works. Even if you're not conscious of it, this is what typically is happening in a smoker's mind. If I try and quit smoking, okay, and if I don't really try and give it 100%, but I kind of try cold turkey and all these people want me to quit and I have all this pressure on me, so I'm going to try to quit, but I'm not going to give it 100%, and I fail, well, I never really tried, right? We can kind of fall back on that. In a way, it's a cop-out and gives us an out. However, if I actually really try to quit and I jump into the pool of quitting smoking and go 100%, and then I fail, well, that really says something about me. So we don't do that. What we do is we self-sabotage along the way. We let these fears get in our way. That's fear of failure. Number 2, fear of relapse. Very much tied to number 1. Here's why this is a very common fear. The reason why is most people attempt at some point to quit smoking using cold turkey, and almost everybody fails. Only 7% of people ever quit cold turkey for longer than 6 months. 7% of people. 93% of people that quit smoking for 10 years or longer do so from the aid of a program, okay? If you're one of those people that's saying, oh, I quit smoking cold turkey, but you started again, you didn't quit. You took a vacation, and now you're watching this video. You never quit. You just took some time off, okay, no matter how long it was. The average person that does cold turkey does that 30 times, okay? So it's just something to know. This sort of fear of relapse, it's really real because most people relapse. That's why we're afraid of it. And we just kind of reinforce this thing of fear of failure. I'm failing, I relapse, I fail, I relapse, I do cold turkey, I relapse, okay? It's a vicious cycle, okay? That's just a downward spiral, and we're gonna tell you how to get out of it, okay? Fear of life without cigarettes. Here's why most people have this. Most people start as a smoker as a teenager, okay? Not everyone, but almost everyone. And so smoking is kind of with us every day. We do it every day. We don't take days off. We don't forget to smoke on the weekend, right? So we smoke all the time, and smoking's with us when we have our first boyfriend or girlfriend, when we graduate high school, when we go to university, when we graduate university, when we get our first job. All of the major events, we go to weddings and celebrations and we smoke outside. Smoking is with us all the time for 30 years. It's a companion. It feels like it's a part of us because we develop associations with smoking, okay? So we have this fear of what's life going to be like without it because I've always smoked, okay? It's a very real fear. 4, fear of boredom. This is one of those ones that is also universal. But here's the interesting thing. Everyone that has this one thinks they're the only one, okay? You're not. Think about this. Something you do when you smoke is you get bored, people reach for a cigarette. What am I going to do if I'm bored? If I don't have cigarettes, I'm going to be bored all the time, okay? The easy answer to this is you're not going to be, because like everybody else, look at all these non-smokers. There are more non-smokers than there are smokers. And when they get bored, they don't sit there and think to themselves, I've never smoked a day in my life. I'm bored. I think I might smoke. It doesn't happen, okay? It's not going to happen to you either, okay? Other things are going to happen, but now that doesn't necessarily help solve this one because even though I'm telling you that's true, you're not going to be bored. Well, everyone gets bored, okay? But this isn't going to drive you to smoking, and this is not really an issue. I can tell you that, but that doesn't really help you, does it? So we're going to give you some things to do to help with this boredom, okay? This fear of boredom, okay? It's a real fear. It's a real authentic fear. Okay, fear of weight gain. Here's why this is a real one. 1/3 of people gain weight when they quit smoking, okay? Here's what you need to know. The average person gains 6 pounds. Not a lot, but yeah, 1/3 of people do gain weight when they quit smoking. And we know why. Nicotine is an appetite suppressant. It suppresses our appetite, okay? When we quit smoking, our taste buds come back. Guess what happens when our taste buds come back? Food tastes better, and we don't have an appetite suppressant anymore. It is a recipe for weight gain, right? Okay, so here, you have to make sure that you do a program that has this as a component of it, dealing with this, to make sure you don't gain weight, okay? This has been in my program for more than a decade, all right? Lots of programs have this in it. Number 6, fear of anger or depression. The reason why this is such a huge fear is most people who quit smoking get angry, they get irritable, they get short-tempered, okay? And some people will feel depressed. Some people have both. Some people will be dominant one way, dominant the other, okay? There's lots of things you can do. And always look for a program that has this in it, okay? 7, fear of withdrawal or cravings. Again, lots of people will experience withdrawal and cravings because most people don't do a program that has a component that helps with this. Okay, cold turkey doesn't have a component that helps with this. Okay, the nicotine replacement therapy. Ask anyone that's gone through it, and they failed again after because they still had the cravings, they still had the withdrawal. Okay, with the nicotine replacement therapies, they have the same effective rate as placebo, as me giving you a magic pill and saying you won't smoke, right? Same effective rate, okay? So this is a real one because what happens is we try to quit cold turkey or doing the patch or the gum, and then what happens? We start to get the cravings and we buckle and we fail. And then we relapse and we get in this spiral, okay? The nicotine replacement therapies are part of this spiral, okay? Again, that's for another video, but this is a very real and authentic fear. Okay, so let's just jump into one last thing before we get into the tips, tricks, and hacks, okay? The issue with these fears is they lead to excuses. Okay, so here are the top excuses from all these fears. I don't have enough money. Gaining weight would be worse for me. It's not the right time to quit. I'll be angry and everybody will hate me. I'm just too afraid. Some people just feel crippled by the fear, okay? So, just a couple things to note here. I don't have enough money. This excuse is absolutely something we use to keep ourselves stuck, okay? If you can go out and buy cigarettes, you can pay for a program to quit smoking. Most programs cost a month to 2 months worth of cigarettes, okay? It's not about the money. If it was about the money, you wouldn't smoke, okay? So if you have money to buy cigarettes, you have money to invest in a quit smoking program, okay? Because if it was really about money, you will save so much money by quitting smoking. On average, $5,000 a year, okay? In fact, here's how I'll prove it to you. If I said to you, I've got $5,000 that I'm gonna spend on 10 gifts for you, What are the 10 things that you would give me in a list that you want me to spend on you? Pay your bills, Caribbean vacation, right? Shopping trip. You probably come up with a list for that $5,000, no problem. $100 million. Cigarettes does not appear on your list, right? It's not about the money, okay? Gaining weight. Here's what you need to know. Yeah, a third of people look for a program that has this in it. Even if you do gain weight, likelihood is it's only going to be 6 pounds, okay? This is really not going to be a huge issue for most people, but it's one that is an issue, so you need to look for a program that deals with weight gain. It's not the right time to quit, okay? There's never a right time to quit, okay? Do you know what the worst day of the week to quit smoking is? Someday, okay? There's 3 things you need that you have to have the right time to quit. 3 things you need. 1, something has to change. 2, you need to have that something has to be me. 3, when? Now. The time is now, okay? When you walk out on that diving board of fear of quitting smoking, you're standing at the edge and you're going to jump into that pool of quitting for the rest of your life, and you have all of these fears. There is no good time. The only good time is right now. That's it. Hit that link in the description below and sign yourself up for that free phone consultation. Do something. Jump into the pool of quitting smoking, okay? There is no right time is an excuse or a reason not to. There is only one time. The best time is right now, okay? I'll be angry and everyone will hate me. Yeah, there's a really good chance that you'll be angry, okay? So what you do is you just have to remember that it's okay to be angry. It's natural and authentic. It's not okay to take it out on something, okay? If you can remember that and tell the people in your life, hey, I'm going to be upset for the next few months. I could be angry. I might be a little bit depressed. Please cut me a wide berth, okay? Have a little bit of grace for me of what I'm going through. People usually respect that, and it really helps deal with this anger. Okay, we're going to get into the tips and tricks in 1 second here. I'm too afraid, okay? Again, authentic and real. So let's use that one to jump right into the tips, tricks, and hacks. So how do we get past these excuses and quit, okay? Well, the truth is you just jump off the diving board and you pick a program and you go. But here's some tips, tricks, and hacks we take from my program, right? So, I mean, there's way more to it than this, but these are just some highlights that will be helpful to you that you can use, okay? Number 1, remember that the fear, it's natural and it's real, okay? It's biologically driven. Fear, everyone has fear. Fear exists in people on a continuum. Some people have a lot of fear, some people have a little bit less fear than them, but everybody has fear. Even those people you know in your life that seem fearless, they still have fear. Fear exists on a continuum. It's natural, it's biologically driven. It helps us survive, right? And it's one of the things that has made us so successful as a species, okay? So it's natural and it's authentic. Remember that. Number 2, a really good tip and trick here. Sit with your fear for 3 to 4 minutes. Here's why. Because it's natural and you're going to feel it anyways, and the only way through fear is through it. Can't go over it, under it, or around it. You got to go through it. So get to know it. It's your traveling companion. Fear is not bad or negative by necessity, okay? It can be, especially if we allow it to overcome us. But one of the ways that we use and the techniques we use to make sure that doesn't happen is we bring it along with us for the journey. So get to know it. So set an amount of time, 3 or 4 minutes, put a stopwatch on, and sit with your fear, get to know it, think about it, contemplate it, okay? And make notes, get a journal and write your fears down, okay? Number 3, write those fears down, and then when you're done, create a grateful list. Write down a list of things you're grateful for. The next time you have fear, okay, and you sit down to be with it and contemplate it for 3 to 4 minutes, after you're done, read your grateful list. Watch how that shifts the fear. It's really amazing kind of tips and tricks you can do to kind of hack your own brain, okay? You'll be surprised when you try this, okay? Number 4, remember fear is a storehouse of wisdom, okay? Not all wisdom comes from fear. It also comes from love and hope and other things, okay? Learning comes from all different aspects of life, including fear. That's the thing. So remember that there's a lot of wisdom to be gained by fear. It's why we want to get to know it, why it is a traveling companion with us. It's why it's part of our evolutionary process and why it helps us survive and be successful. Okay, so get to know it. And what wisdom can you take from it? Okay, lots. Number 5, exercise emotion. Here's why I put this one in here. Because these top 4 aren't for everybody. Some people, this is just not how they deal with life. Okay, so this is for you. Okay, if the top 4 weren't for you, this one is. Okay, and even if the top 4 are for you, you can use this one too. Okay, so here's why you want to move your body and why you want to exercise. Whenever you feel something, okay, that's energy. Okay, how much ever you fear, okay, to not feel that fear takes the same amount of energy or more to resist it. Okay, it's a complete waste of energy. So we want to let that energy out and let it move and let it flow. Okay, how do we do that? Move your body. If you move your body, it puts energy in motion. When we get fearful and we sit and we crouch or we lie down, okay, the fear and the energy from it doesn't have anywhere to go. Okay, so you can move your body, go for a walk around the block, take your dog for a walk, okay, hit the gym, whatever you're into, but just move your body, okay, go for a bike ride. 6, learn to relax and visualize a smoke-free future. And this is one of the tips, tricks, and hacks that hypnotists use, okay? Here's why, okay? When we relax, it brings our unconscious mind forward. When our unconscious mind comes forward, we are more suggestible, okay? Now, for the hypnotists that I know watch my channel, okay, I know that most hypnotists don't necessarily use progressive relaxation as a way to induce hypnotic trance anymore, okay? That's for another video, for hypnotists. What you need to know is that what relaxation does and why in hypnosis and meditation and these other disciplines we get you to relax is because it does allow the unconscious mind to come forward and participate more. And when the unconscious mind comes forward, we're more suggestible. And that's why you want to visualize a smoke-free life. Because what it does is it paints a picture for our unconscious mind of something contrary to the fear. It paints a different picture. Okay, so you can actually do all of these in order even if you want. Okay, but number 6 to me is one of the best tips, tricks, and hacks, right? Is to learn to relax. Breathing techniques, box breathing. You can Google it, YouTube it, okay? And learn to visualize a smoke-free life. It will literally change your mind. And if you can change your mind, you can change your life. Okay. Remember, in the description below, there's a link to get a free 15-minute phone consultation with me. Take advantage of it. It's free. Also, if this video is useful to you, watch the other videos on my YouTube channel, right? There are over 50 videos with tips, tricks, and hacks on how to quit smoking. Subscribe to the channel, okay? And make sure you hit the notification button. All it simply does is it tells you when I post a new video, and I post 2 new videos every week. Subscribe, smash the like button, share. Thank you so much, and blessings to everyone.